Everyone who got to know me only treated me like an innocent little kid. Everyone was just the same to me except for my brother. And this boy I met a while ago. It was a cloudy day, and I was walking downtown in the poor area. There was a playground there. I saw a boy in the swings. There was no one else around, and he looked so sad and lonely. I walked on the soggy mulch towards him and sat on the swing next to him. He had short black hair and was a little taller than me. He was looking at the ground and staring into space, as if he didn't even notice me. Hey.
Hey.
What's a boy like you doing, sitting out here all alone?
Why do you care?
I was just curious. Terribly sorry.
If you knew what happened to me, you would know why I'm here.
Oh, well, you don't have to tell me, if you don't want to.
You would think it's stupid. Everyone else does.
It can't be as stupid as what I've been through. I won't laugh, I promise. My name's Jenny. I voice Rose in Venturescape. I'm going to talk about my character, how she feels, how Venturescape addresses these conditions, and my own personal experience. As a character, I find Rose to be, on the one hand, fragile, and on the other, strong. She's very kind and caring and loving, but at the same time, I feel like she blames herself for other people's problems and puts a lot of weight on her shoulders. I think the problem is she cares so much that sometimes she cares too much, and in the end, that can end up hurting a person. It's both a blessing and a curse. I know I'd rather be someone who cares too much than too little, but at the same time it can really play on your mind and can even make you ill sometimes. She has a lot of love and kindness to give to anyone who will accept it. And I think that kind of personality is something to be treasured. There's an incident with someone she cares about a lot, and this brings her to go and see her older brother, Jacob, to have the iris injection. And she says to him that she feels alone and unloved and that she wants to escape her reality. In the beginning, she's very lonely. She hasn't got any friends and she feels unloved, and I think what makes Rose such a strong and interesting character is that despite the way she feels, despite the guilt and the weight that she has on her shoulders, she's able to step up and protect the people that she loves and continue to care. She's able to keep going. People who marvel at the little things and have a lot of hope and faith in other people, they can be so easily trampled and even changed. But Rose stays true to herself. Despite everything, she stays true to herself. And that doesn't change, no matter what happens. But you can definitely see that, especially towards the beginning and throughout her experience of taking the Irish drug, she's very lost. And for someone her age, who is so kind and innocent, it must be very confusing for her. I think that she feels like she's just wandering in a world where she feels like she doesn't belong. And this brings her to want to escape reality and just forget everything. And I know that feeling all too well. Having worked with this character, having read the script, Venturescape is a series that really addresses the emotional turmoil that a person can go through different stories and personalities, and it touches on very delicate subjects as well. And I think that's what makes Venturescape so human and heartfelt and real. When I read the script for my character, I could definitely sense a lot of similarities between the way Rose feels and the way I feel. It's a pleasure for me to voice a character that I can understand. I think it's freeing in a way and allows me to express how I feel as well. And that's not an easy thing. The truth is, I wish I knew how I really felt, but I don't. And I think not knowing is what leads me to feel frustrated and angry at the world, and what makes me snap at people and say things I don't mean. I read somewhere that anger stems from the inability to express yourself. And I know for a fact that expressing myself definitely helps. I think I can definitely relate to Rose in the sense that I had this perfect view of the world and people, and as time went on, the more I was hurt, the more I was let down, the more I began to change. And unlike Rose, I have changed. And when you realise that everything you knew was a lie when it comes to someone you care about, you just don't know what to do with yourself anymore. You have to learn to keep on moving, pick yourself up and keep going somehow. Even if your head hurts, and as humans we all feel things differently, think differently. The way I feel, I barely understand it myself, and I'm learning to understand. And it's difficult. And it's upsetting. Because part of me just wants to bury my head in the sand and forget it all, but I can't. I need to face it. And I think that for anyone feeling the same way, that's the only thing you can do. Accept who you are. Because as much as you want to tell yourself that you're broken and you'll never be the same again, and there's something wrong with you, and you need to change, and you need to forget about it and move on to something else, you can't do that. I mean, you can, but ultimately, it will do more harm than good. You need to wake up to the ugly, rotten, diseased world, see it for what it is, and then learn to see the beauty in it too. Because as veiled as it is, there is beauty. And I think that's the one thing that will never let you down. I wish that I could come up with some magical remedy and help somehow. But all I can do is tell you that you're not alone. And if there's something you can change, then change it. Ultimately, it's your life, no one else's. Even though I'm sitting here and my head hurts and it won't stop hurting, and I know I'm not okay. But I can't stop, and neither should you. There are too many things to see. There's too much beauty to admire. Too much music to listen to. Too much art to be drawn. Do what makes you happy. Take time for yourself. And as the legendary Brian Blessed once said, there's no one like you. We've all got something that no one else has got. Follow your dream and don't let the bastards grind you down.